On behalf of All India Trinamool Congress, I rise to speak on the demands for grants, the Ministry of Jal Shakti for the year 2025-26. I would like to express my concern regarding the functioning of the Ministry of Jal Shakti. It was envisioned that this ministry would be effective in addressing India's multifaceted water challenges, including water scarcity, sanitation, and the provision of clean drinking water. Madam, water is the driving force of nature. It is the most precious resource and abundant compound on Earth's surface, covering more than 70% of the planet. But India has only 4% of water and home to 17% of world population. Now it is evident that the ratio of availability and usage is not at the desired level. The solution lies in smart usage. Unfortunately, it has clearly failed in doing so. It is highlighted that in 2018 report published by Niti Aayog that at least 21 major Indian cities, including New Delhi, were projected to exhaust their groundwater resources by 2020. Madam, if that is the case, I would like to know from the Honorable Minister, how are we going to move forward from here? Madam, the Ministry has seen a significant rise in the funds allocated to it. For the financial year of 2024-25, 98,418 crore was given. In the Union Budget for the fiscal year 2025-26, the Ministry of Jal Shakti has been allocated 99,503 crore. These allocation represents approximately 1.964% of the total government expenditure, positioning the Ministries of Jal Shakti among the key sectors in terms of budgetary priority. Sir, despite these, there is a significant underutilization of this fund. So I would like to know from the Honorable Minister, what is the reason for unutilization of the fund? Madam, the ambitious Har Ghar Jal initiative that aims to provide every rural household with tap water by 2024, which has now been extended till 2028. I would like to know the Minister why the government needs 4 years more to fulfill its target. Madam, I would also like to highlight an important issue. The ministry claimed that 78% of Anganwadi centers had access to clean tap water under the Jal Jeevan Mission. However, this was based on a total of 11.11 lakh centers, while the Ministry of Women and Child Development reported 13.87 lakh operational centers as of March 2021. So is there a valid explanation for this glaring mismatch in number? Such differences raises doubt about the accuracy of the ministry's data and the transparency of its reporting. This means about 2.75 lakh centers were left out, bringing the actual coverage down to around 70%, ma'am. The ministry is focused on large-scale water infrastructure projects such as river interlinking project, which aims to connect 37 rivers. An extensive dam construction gives rise to various environmental and social concerns. These projects can harm ecosystems, displace communities, and lead to loss of biodiversity. I urge the ministry to focus on sustainable community-based water management instead of large infrastructure projects that could cause long-term damage. Madam, my party has given 15 minutes for me.
No, 5 minutes.
Okay, madam, I would like to know, I don't know whether the minister is here or not.
He just left.
So I would like to know from the Honorable Minister that, sorry sir. Are the waters of the Ganga river in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh during ongoing Mahakumbh completely clean? As per the National Green Tribunal's directives, these devotees, millions of devotees, should have been informed about the quality of the water they were about to dip into it. Madam, we have all seen the report showing dangerously high levels of bacteria in the water, making it unsafe for bathing. If Minister has received this information, I would like to know from the government what steps the government is taking regarding cleaning the Ganga Triveni Sangam. Madam, I belong from that constituency, Sundarban. The Sundarban river embankment issue is a major challenge due to region's fragile ecosystem. Even though the region faces constant threats from cyclones, Amphan, Aila, Bulbul, Yash, and many more. Madam, I would like to request the Honorable Minister that Government of India sanctioned rupees 2,103.64 crore for 3 FMP schemes, namely Sundarban Embankment Reconstruction Project, Kalighai Kalpeshwari Baghai Basin Scheme, and the Government of West Bengal submitted reimbursement project of rupees 204.07 crore, but only 44.15 crore has so far been reimbursed. So I would like to request the Honorable Minister to release the balance amount, that is 159.92 crore at the earliest. And my other demands, ma'am, please, I would like to request the Honorable Minister to implement Ghatal Master Plan, which is a long pending demand of the people in the 2 flood affected districts. And Madam, the dredging of Bhagirathi, Hooghly and Ganga Podda at the upstream of Farakka barrage to maintain navigability at Kolkata port, which was the main objective of construction of Farakka barrage and Ganga Water Treaty 1996. So I would like to request the Honorable Minister to release the fund. And one more, the 3 North Bengal districts, namely Coach Bihar, Alipurduar, Jalpaiguri, which are crisscrossed by more than 50 rivers, having their origin in Bhutan, are mainly responsible for erosion and flood. So I would like to request the Honorable Minister that Government of West Bengal has already sent a proposal and requested for sanctioning the fund on 8th August 2024.
Please
and to
conclude now.
The Indo-Bhutan Joint River Commission at the earliest to formulate and recommend flood control works and flood warning system.
Thank you.
And being a representative of Sundarban, I would like to request the Honorable Minister to sanction more funds for construction and maintenance of the entire river bank embankment of Sundarban to protect the people of Sundarban. Thank you, Madam.